Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sonteo Media. I'm here with Hector Tanajara at RGBA. He's got a fight lined up against Alberto Machado in Puerto Rico coming up. How long have you been here in camp, Hector?
This is my second week back already.
This is your second week back here in Riverside. How you doing? How's it going?
Glad to be back. I'm doing good. Thanks for giving me the interview. Just glad to be back here in camp with Robert. I'm already in shape. With Charles killing us, so I'm already sparring a lot of rounds. But I feel good, ready to show everybody who I am in the 35-pound division. 135,
because 135 is loaded. It got really popular with Teofimo becoming undisputed. It became like the hot division.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited about 135. But RGBA is, in my opinion, is one of the powerhouses in the boxing industry, and we can edit this out if you don't want to talk about it. But I know the fight on your side, at least on your side of the Ryan fight, you signed it twice.
No, yeah, exactly. We were ready twice.
You were ready to go.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna get made already. Thought it was done, so we were ready to go, and we were ready to go for that fight. We signed it twice, and it just didn't get made on their side, But our side, we're always ready. We haven't turned down no fights, so any fight Robert has told me to get ready for, I've been down and able.
And Alberto Machado, this is the guy that fought Cancio twice?
Yes.
Right? And Cancio upset him, and then it sounds like he got released. If I'm not mistaken, I think Top Rank even picked him up, Andrew Cancio. I think he's from Blythe. What can you tell us about your opponent, Alberto Machado?
Being that he was a world champion and he lost, I think he's looking to do the same in a new weight division. He's going up in weight, so I'm sure he's, trying to feel better. I know the struggle of being a big 135-pounder making that weight class, so I know he's trying to get on top in this weight division, but I'm in the way. I'm also trying to get on top. I want to become a world champion, and I think he's just another stepping stone for me, just another obstacle. But it's going to be a great fight. I know he's a strong, explosive fighter.
You're good.
Yeah, I know he's a strong, explosive fighter, but I'm ready. I think it would have shown in my last fight with Hesta. I think I'm at the point in my career where I'm ready for all those big fights.
Have you been at 135 all your pro career?
No, I started at 130.
You started at 130.
Started at 130, and I believe I have around 5 fights now at 135.
Oh, okay. And who at 135 gives you sparring here at RGBA? I know there's several 135ers here.
Yeah, there's several 135ers, but I usually spar bigger guys. I'm right now sparring Virgil, Ortiz.
And he's at 147.
147, 2 weight classes higher, and I'm sparring Baby. Who's a higher weight class than me too. So it's good that I'm sparring bigger guys. So by the time I get to the fight, it's a little bit easier. A little bit more common there.
Robert recently shared a lot of the history between signing you and the group that he signed back in 2015. And you had a very decorated amateur career. Everybody knew your name. And I'm not saying it to put you down, because I think you're going to be a world champion.
Yeah.
But I got kind of excited that Joshua got it first. I don't know why. Because like the way Robert talked about it, it's harder to get Josh fights because he's a lower weight class. And some of those divisions are harder to get opponents. Even being with Golden Boy, which is one of the biggest promoters in the world. But still, even then, like the way Robert talked about it, like at first, when he took the deal to Top Rank, Top Rank said, we'll take Hector.
Yeah.
And they kind of said, well, we'll skip on the other 3. We're okay with just with Hector.
Yeah.
And then kind of Golden Boy kind of said the same thing. And then Robert kind of forced their hand and said, no, it's an all or nothing take. And they signed all of you. They signed you. They signed Josh, Franco, who's a world champion now. They signed Genaro, Gamez, who's from San Diego, where I'm from. And they signed Jonathan Navarro, who's from East LA. Who's a 140-pounder. All different styles, all different amateur backgrounds, but all with a lot of potential. But I don't know, it's just something about it that I always felt, and I think everybody knew, with as successful as you were in the amateurs, everybody goes, Hector's going to be a world champion. They just got to develop him and he's going to get there. But the fact that Josh did it and the way he did it, it holds a special place, I'm sure, for Robert and for Pita and even you being a stablemate.
Yeah, even me, it's crazy like you said that because even before, I knew Josh was different. I knew he was ready. Since he turned pro, he was already sparring Carlos Cuadras, and he was, putting it on him. It's just I already knew. I always told Josh, he was going to become world champion. I believe that he was going to be doing it first because the weight classes is smaller. Like you said, there's not that many fights, so you go higher in the rankings.
Oh, you get higher faster.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense. So, I'm gonna move you to the light because you're kind of in the dark, and I'm gonna move you to the light real quick. That makes sense. I didn't think about it like that. Now that you mention it like that, that makes a lot of sense, Hector.
Yeah. So I knew that Josh would, out of all of us, become the first world champion. And he's to me he's my favorite fighter right now of all time. I always told him he's my favorite fighter. So I look up to him, even though we grew up together and everything. That's my boy. But yeah, I'm happy that he became champion first, and it's crazy. No one really knew him, and here he is, world champion now. So I'm happy for him. That's my brother, and so I knew he was gonna become world champion.
How does it feel? You started with 2015 with the team, but then Virgil came the summer of 2018, and you have a lot of history with him back from Texas. How does it feel? I mean, I'm sure you did a lot of sparring with him when you guys were in the amateurs. I'm pretty sure you guys were probably even the same weight. But how does it feel to have him in camp now? Like you stay in the same house, and you're like you just said, he's your sparring partner. How does that feel?
Yeah, when he first came here, it was tight. It was badass that he came because it felt like the amateurs again. Like we all grew up together. We always went to tournaments together and everything. So it was badass. It felt like normal. It felt like he was already part of the team, kind of. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because we grew up together. So it's crazy to see that we were together growing up in the amateurs, and now we're together in the pros. So it's badass. So I think it's even being here, everyone's like a family, but even more of a family because we all grew up together.
Being with Golden Boy, the majority of your fights were at the Velasco and at Indio. And at first I was kind of like, why does Golden Boy do that? Why don't they take him to Texas earlier than that? And I was talking to another guy who I do a show with. His name is D-Style. And he said, no, let him earn his stripes over there in Cali. And then when he's getting closer to title fights and when he's a contender, bring him back to San Antonio. And how did it feel to go back to Texas?
Man, it was a surreal feeling, probably the best feeling I've had so far in my career.
And Burgos was your opponent, right?
Burgos was my opponent.
Okay.
Opponent that Mikey fought before,
sure.
Durable guy. He fought for the world title, he's a strong, tough guy. So it was badass that I fought a good fighter. And being in my hometown, everyone always asks me, oh, when are you going to fight here? When are you going to fight here? I would always tell them, don't worry about it. It's coming.
It's coming. Sure.
So, it was a surreal feeling. And everyone says, that when they said my name, when they announced my name, that I had a big ovation that night. So it was a good feeling. And I hope to do that again and hopefully be the main event and sell out the fucking AT&T Stadium.
Absolutely.
Actually, my bad.
I can probably edit it out. Do you have any concerns with the fight being in Puerto Rico? Just any feeling about anything?
No, I don't have no concerns. There's not too many people that would take that fight in Puerto Rico. But no, I have no concerns. It actually motivates me. I know I have to go in there the best Hector Tanajara that there is. To not leave it in the judges' hands. So it's more motivation for me.
I just heard you say in the question earlier that you already came in shape. So that means you're working out back at home. You're staying in shape. I'm looking at you now, and you look. I know you got a shirt on, but you look close to weight.
Yeah, no, I'm already close to weight. I was dieting and stuff back home.
Okay.
I was working out, a little bit, but just the work here, working with Charles and Robert and Pita and Chepe, they train us. It's just a different level here. So you just takes 1 week and you get back in shape crazy, and that's how I feel right now. And I feel in good shape, and it's only going to get better.
Pretty much that's all the questions I have for you. I'm starting a show. I'm helping out a show called Hispanics Causing Panic, and they go on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on YouTube, and they just talk boxing, and they'll talk boxing for an hour or two. The host, his name is D-Style, and he's from El Paso, and the co-host is from Sacramento, and they bring in people onto the panel, and I'll join in and I'll give my take, and they have all kinds of people from all over the country.
Yeah.
Can you shout them out? Can you just give them a shout out? The show's called Hispanics Causing Panic, and then I'll say the rest.
Shout out to Hispanics Causing Panics
on D-Style and G Funky on the Leave It in the Ring network. Thank you for your time, Hector.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.